Marego TV, the new experience with great insights.
From our studio here at Akuse Junction off Fatema Akosombo Highway and in Accra, Dakuma, Abeche Street, this is Marego English News at 6, and it's always a pleasure coming your way. A reminder, you can tune into Marego News on the DTT platform by doing a blind scan of your set, and also on channel CP15 on the Crystal platform. The news is also live on our social media platforms at Marego TV. Kindly give us a follow and join the Marego family. Coming up, former Attorney General accuses current Attorney General of orchestrated attempts to whitewash NDC's persons facing trial for related offences with the withdrawal of some high-profile court cases.
In violation of a single obligor limit. Be that as it may, it suffices to note that Dr. Ayine provides absolutely no justification for a withdrawal of the charges in the UT Bank matter, save the allegation that an alleged memo.
Coming up, traditional rulers to be empowered to deal with persons whose acts destroy the environment.
Of the Chieftaincy Act 2008, Act 759, which was struck down by the Supreme Court as being inconsistent with the provisions of the 1992 Constitution. The amendment of this section will bring back to Nananum.
These are major stories for tonight, but you want to stay with us for even more with Dinah and Gladys as they join us with business and entertainment respectively. I am Sana Alumni. Pleasure for your company tonight. And former Attorney General and Minister of Justice Godfred Yeboah-Dame has accused the current Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, of orchestrating a calculated plan to whitewash accused National Democratic Congress officials by discounting high-profile criminal cases. Mr. Dame's strong allegations were made in response to a series of recent decisions by Dr. Ayine to drop charges against several NDC members. Some of the cases Dr. Ayine withdrew from the court include, but not limited to, ambulance trial, which involved Dr. Cassell Atuforsen and Richard Jakpa, and the Cocoa Board trial involving Dr. Stephen Oponi and businessman Seydou Algongo, the Saglema Housing Project case involving Alhaji Collins Dauda, amongst others. Addressing the journalists in Accra earlier, Godfred Dame described the withdrawal of these high-profile cases, which is an attempt to whitewash the accused persons and allow them flee to justice.
To UT Bank, in violation of a single obligor limit. Be that as it may, it suffices to note that Dr. Ayine provides absolutely no justification for a withdrawal of the charges in the UT Bank matter, save the allegation that an alleged memo was presented to me. It is also important to note that the Attorney General conceals the simple fact that the prosecution had closed its case in the UT Bank case. Thus, by virtue of the notice of withdrawal filed by the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, Johnson Pandit Isiama was acquitted and discharged of the crimes that he had been charged with. Dr. Ayine therefore secured through the back door a whitewash and clearing of the sins of Johnson Pandit Isiama forever. Republic versus Stephen Oponi and two others. The reasons given by the Attorney General for the withdrawal of the case against the three accused persons in the Stephen Oponi case and the consequential whitewash and cleansing of sins through an acquittal and discharge again recount the misconceived perspective of defense lawyers on the charges. That case involved a loss of 271 million Ghana cedis to the state. Once again, the media would observe that the Attorney General only presented to the public a series of stories that had formed the line of defense of counsel for the accused, but completely abandoning the formidable case built by the prosecution. The Attorney General completely disregards the fact that the prosecution had been adjudged by all the courts, the Superior Court's architecture, the High Court, Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court, as having established a case for the accused persons in that Opuni case to answer. Indeed, Dr. Opuni had closed his case. Saidu Agungu had called about 10 witnesses. Dr. Ayini, in the face of the holdings of the various courts, that there was a case for the accused persons to answer in respect of the over 27 charges filed in the Opuni case, proceeded to embark on a scathing attack on the work of the prosecution's division of the Office of the Attorney General, over which he is now superintending, as a ruse to justify the withdrawal of the case.
The former Attorney General and Minister of Justice also denied allegations of ethical misconduct in the controversial ambulance procurement case involving current Finance Minister Dr. Kassel, Atuforsen, and businessman Richard Jakpa.
The main case affecting Jakpa, I did that when I was cross-examining. He never even brought it up because he knew the allegations that were made in the media were totally false. The true facts are simple. I've never met Richard Jakpa anywhere in my life apart from the courtroom and on a few occasions in the house of Justice of the Supreme Court, Justice Yoni Kulendi. And that's because I have never arranged any meeting with him. I mean, Justice Kulendi is a very respected figure in Ghana, a former member of the same firm that I trained, the Kufari Pepe & Co. And we had good relations before he became a judge. In fact, it's even important to note that the house that I live in, which I bought in 2014, I bought it from Justice Kulendi's client. So we have had that when he was a lawyer, practicing lawyer. And I don't think he even wanted to go to the Supreme Court at that time. So we had that very good relationship and all. So a few occasions, maybe a Christmas party, Easter time, and that kind of thing, I'll go to Kulendi's house. Occasionally, he will call me. He had not seen a long while. Oh, no, I'll come over, and I come over. Then I met him on those few occasions. The interactions we had did not bother anything at all. And indeed, on one of the visits, the very last visit, I knew that he was not well. It's a matter of record. And the record of proceedings in the court showed that even the day in question, his own counsel had called the DDP to arrange an adjournment because he knew his client was not well. And the case came on, the judge asked the lawyer for the accused actually requested that they go into chambers and discuss matters bordering on adjournment. Again, because of the awareness of Richard Jakpa. And they went, and because of the awareness of Richard Jakpa, an adjournment was granted. Incidentally, that week happened to be the week just preceding an international arbitration that I had in the United Kingdom. As a matter of record, look at all the dates and all. The hearing of the GC Net matter, which subsequently the government of Ghana won, was on the Monday after the secret recording by Richard Jakpa, which was on either the Tuesday or the Thursday. So, and the international arbitration proceedings are so voluminous. And whilst in office, I cultivated the habit of conducting most international arbitration cases ourselves. Myself and my deputy Ghana, Snowball Dapa, and all who will go with other state attorneys and all. So the case against Richard Jakpa used to come on Tuesday and Thursday. By the Thursday, if you are attorney general, you have burdened with a lot of work. Cabinet, National Security Council, court, everything. You must try and do all together. So on the very Thursday, I think it was the Thursday or so, Tuesday or Thursday, I realized I had to really prepare for the international arbitration. Otherwise, the hearing that was supposed to come up the next Monday, I would be very much troubled. So by 12 p.m., by 11 a.m., the matter was to come at 12 a.m., I realized I was still not really ready or in a position to do my study. And that was a single phone call that I made to him, which was the serious matter of the.
Moving on, traditional rulers who have the authority to summon individuals engaged in environmental crimes. The sector minister Ahmed Ibrahim expressed confidence that the restored power will support the local government ministry in tackling sanitation challenges.
The president in his campaign promised to amend Section 63D, of the Chieftaincy Act 2008, Act 759, which was struck down by the Supreme Court as being inconsistent with the provisions of the 1992 Constitution. The amendment of this section will bring back to Nananom the power to summon persons within their jurisdiction who indulge in harmful practices such as galamsey or illegal mining, which destroy our rivers, river bodies, and environment. The answer for this action is to empower Nananom, who are custodians of the land. The government of His Excellency the President is committed to resolve the Houses of Chiefs and the traditional authority councils, especially the Judicial Committee, to adjudicate this dispute and find lasting solutions to them. We shall continue to plead with litigants before the Judicial Committees to cooperate with the committees and allow them for due process to be followed. Nananom, the government is prepared to assist Nananom to resolve this dispute and thereby promote peace within the various traditional areas in the country.
So watching Marego News at 6. Coming up next is business with Dinah Yarabu.
Are you thirsty and in need of well-purified water to quench your thirst? I recommend Glorious Natural Mineral Water, produced through reverse osmosis to the highest quality. This highly purified water is perfect for any occasion, being it wedding ceremonies, parties, funerals, engagements, and many more. Contact Glorious Natural Mineral Water on 0548 493522 or 0503 130395. We produce in bulk quantities, so just let us know how much you need. We are located at Bon Ahunjo off the Temako-Sobo Highway and Dakuman, Nyamiche, Abeche Street. Glorious Natural Mineral Water, so refreshing.
Good evening and welcome to Marego Business News. My name is Dinah Bobi. Now, President John Dramani Mahama has emphasized Ghanaians' commitment to becoming more self-reliant and resilient in the face of external financial challenges. The announcement comes as part of the government's broader strategy to bolster local capacity and reduce dependency on foreign aid. During a press meeting, President Mahama acknowledged the significance of USAID in supporting various developmental projects across the country over the years. However, he urged Ghanaians to view the funding cut as an opportunity to innovate and harness local resources for sustainable development.
Well, self-reliance is not only at the national level, but on the continental level. And there's good news coming out of Africa, like she said. Most countries have ratified the protocol on continental free trade in Africa. And that trade is beginning to grow steadily. Of course, there are obstacles because our trade channels have been the colonial trade channels between us and Europe and not amongst ourselves. So one of the things we need to deal with first is how we develop the infrastructure to be able to exchange goods amongst ourselves. Already, most countries are allowing free movement of people. And so if we have free movement of goods and services across the continent, I think that it will fill a huge gap in South-South trade, and that will benefit all our countries. Definitely it will. Definitely we will learn to be more self-reliant as a continent and to trade more amongst ourselves because there's a lot of room there for expanding trade. But I was just reading U.S. farmers are beginning to complain because USAID was the biggest mopper of excess food for food aid to Africa. And USAID is not doing the auctions that mops up the excess U.S. food. And so the U.S. farmers are complaining. But it's an opportunity for Africa to increase food production. And so if that aid stops coming, we would do the investments that are necessary to make our farmers more productive so that we can establish food security in Africa instead of waiting for those US aid handouts to come.
Also, Ghana and the United Kingdom has embarked on a partnership aimed at enhancing data collaboration. This initiative, announced by the government statistician Prof. Samuel Kwabena-Enim, alongside members of the Statistic Board, seek to improve the quality and accessibility of data for effective governance and development planning. During a press conference held at the Accra Statistical Service headquarters, Prof. Enim highlighted the critical role that a reliable data plays in formulating sound policies.
This can be used in so many respects, and what we've demonstrated today is to get a better understanding of how that affects internal mobility. As we are all aware, Ghana Statistical Service has computed population projections from 2022 to 2050. These population projections would be static over this period, but it's important we appreciate the internal mobilities that frequently happens either on a monthly basis throughout the year, and inform policymakers on how these mobilities influences the decisions that they take.
The way that we're able to do more with data and be better with data and get the right data in the right place at the right time is by really building partnerships and exploiting the whole range of data that is available. For the UK government, partnerships like this are exactly the way that we want to be delivering, and in particular those partnerships that are working across all of the UK's assets.
I look forward to extending our partnership with Ghana Statistical Service, which has been so fantastic over the last 6 or 7 years. And some of the work that you're doing is just hugely innovative. This work with mobile phone data, it's truly world class.
That's it for Marego's Day edition of Marego Business News. My name is Dinah Bobby. Let's do entertainment with Gladys Afidede Tetteh.
Fly away, yes, I'll fly away.
Glorious Event Center is the perfect venue for all your special occasions. From wedding ceremonies and birthday parties to funerals, live band performances, corporate events and private gatherings, we've got you covered. Let me show you around. We also have spacious conference rooms, restaurants, canopies and chairs, guest rooms, live bands and spinning equipment for your services. Glorious Event Center also provides video coverage and photography services for all your special occasions. Locate Glorious Event Center at Akuse Junction off the Temakosomo Highway. For bookings, please call 020-167-2828. Glorious Event Center, your perfect venue for all your corporate and private events.
Oh yes, I'll fly.
Hello there, good evening, and thanks for your time on the Entertainment News. I am Gladys Afidede Tetteh. Weezy Empire has announced the cinema's premiere of its award-winning movie, A Country Called Ghana, which will be showcased at Silverbird Cinemas across Ghana and Nigeria on February 28, 2025. Led by Weezy Empire CEO Kwejo Nkansa, popularly known as Lewin, the movie has won numerous international awards, including Best Production Design and Best Makeup Film at the 2024 Imo Internet International Film Festival.
landmark movie celebrates the rich culture, history, and vibrant spirit of Ghana while fostering a deeper collaboration between two nations. Prior to the announcement of premiere dates at Silverbird, Wizzy Empire will hold a media engagement session to brief the press about the modalities of the premiere at the Rich Condos in Kumasi on February 18th. 2025. The upcoming media session promises to be an exciting opportunity for journalists, influencers, and film enthusiasts to connect with the creators and cast of the film. The media engagement will include interviews with Ghana's favorite actor, Lewin.
So my next story, today, February 14th, 2025, is a Valentine's Day, a day celebrated worldwide by showing love to others. Many Ghanaians who partake in various activities to mark the occasion, such as visiting the beach and buying gifts like flowers, teddy bears, chocolates, and more for their loved ones. Now, some Ghanaians have shared their understanding of the word love and the best and worst gifts they have received on Valentine's Day. Watch this.
For you to care, yeah, I'll just say care, yeah. I'll say care. I like money a lot, so don't give me flower, okay? We are in Zongo, we don't like flower.
Love is about having feelings for someone. That's emotional feelings, yeah. You and the person having to contact, yeah. I haven't received Valentine's gifts from anyone. If someone wants to gift me boxers and singlet from my best friend as a guy, I would like it be a Range Rover now. But my girlfriend, yeah, if you get something nice, I would like it. Hot one.
Christianity, the love is something in which we can't understand because it's unconditional. It's a feeling that one has for another. That is what I understand by love. Oh yeah. Okay, me for now my guy is not around. So it's only money that I receive on Valentine. Something that would be the worst in my life is when I don't have both parents around. But there's nothing like a worst gift for me.
My understanding of love is to express your emotional feelings and also physical attraction side. Yeah, but anonymous.
You know, I'm a gun, so that's already the guns. Yeah. We in love. No, Charlie, it doesn't match. When we get our kinky, fish, I think we are good to go. So we don't know anything about love. For we the guns especially. Oh, I haven't received any vows gift from any girl before. No, because since I haven't received some, why should I give? But if you give me my commie and the canine, yeah, and then with some toppings of pork, that would be cool.
Okay, so me, I see love as not what we all see, that people be going out and showing their affections to other people, but you showing love to someone, it's like you seeing the bad side of the person, their strength, their weaknesses, and you still loving them. That's how I see love. No, please. Maybe a teddy bear, big one. Yeah, I've not actually received any gifts, but maybe a worst one would be maybe food or something.
To me, love is a language that makes one to share what he or she have. And with the language of love is unique. And it differs. It differs in many ways. So it depends on the person showing the love. As a present to someone, someone may give that which he or she may be valuable to him or her. So with the gift that I receive, it's all in money, but the value, yeah, the value is
And that's it for the bulletin. I am Gladys Afi Tetteh. Happy Vows Day to you all. And that was Gladys Afi Tetteh with the latest in entertainment. Let's move on to some other stories. The New Patriotic Party has come to the defense of the former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, rejecting office of the Special Prosecutor's declaration that Ofori-Atta is a fugitive.
National organizer of the party, Henry Nana Boakye, at a press conference on Thursday, February 13, strongly refuted the special prosecutor's claim, asserting that Mr. Ofori is not and will never be a fugitive. Henry Boakye criticized the OSP for making what he described as sensational statements that provoke public emotions and create unnecessary drama, while assuring him of the party's cooperation to bring finality to the issue.
Ken Ofori-Atta is not evading accountability, as the OSP claimed. On January 2nd, 2025, he wrote a letter to the then Chief of Staff, Madame Frima Oseo-Pare, that he was traveling to the United States for a follow-up medical visit. He included his current and reliable contact information at the end of the letter. On January 22nd, 2025, Mr. Ofori-Atta again wrote to the new Chief of Staff, Mr. Julius Debra, to inform him that he was overseas for a medical examination. He concluded his letter with the following: please do not hesitate to reach out if there is any information you will need in the interest of the state regarding the fact that I've been or I've held some formal positions in government. Mr. Ofori-Atta also provided reliable email addresses for any required communication. He also attached his letter to the former Chief of Staff's for Mr. Debra's reference. 2 days after he wrote this letter to the Chief of Staff, the special prosecutor sent a letter, and this was January 24th, 2025, sent a letter to Mr. Ofori-Atta's residence regarding a directive to appear at the office of the special prosecutor on Monday. If you label your former finance minister as a fugitive, which indeed is not so, what you are doing is that it's a national embarrassment. It amounts to national embarrassment. When indeed the length of your correspondence is just 2 weeks and you can't wait. It's not as if the person is lost. The person cannot be traced. Again, the special prosecutor also mentioned in his press statement yesterday that the former National Petroleum Authority boss, Honorable Dr. Sheikh Mustafa Abdul Hamid, is a subject matter of investigation. Again, in a very bizarre situation.
Now, she also described the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra's latest directive directing the revocation of all post-December 7th public sector recruitment as lacking legal basis.
The government's illegal directive to nullify or to revoke public service appointment made after December 7th, 2024 is regressive, potentially detrimental to the democratic gains and governance in Ghana. The President's directive to the Chief of Staff instructing heads of government agencies to nullify or to revoke all public service appointment made after December 7th is poorly conceived, illegal, and profoundly damaging to the hardworking Ghanaian. The government must recognize that public service appointments are not gifts. They are legitimate job opportunities, and through due process, these affected workers are not just numbers, they are fathers, they are mothers, they are recent graduates, they are breadwinners. They have committed themselves to national service. Their fate should not be decided by politically motivated directive. The New Patriotic Party has a duty to defend Ghanaians against such unjust directive. We will not support the Mahama administration in destroying the livelihoods of Ghanaians who have gone through the process to secure their appointment. On December 19th, 2016, when the NDC lost, I recall the former President Mahama, then now President Mahama, through the same chief of staff, made key appointments. In fact, on the 16th of December 2026, that was when they appointed the Auditor General, the former Auditor General, Mr. Domlevo, who is part of the discredited ORA. Key appointments were made. Mr. Joseph Whittle, Miss Josephine Nkrumah, and Mr. Daniel Domlevo to lead SHRAJ, National Commission for Civic Education, and the Office of the Auditor General, respectively. Additionally, on December 20th, 2016, President Mahama, through the Finance Ministry, also increased, I recall, the National Service Allowance from 350 Ghana cedis to 549 Ghana cedis, effective January 2017.
He also took a swipe at government for the establishment of the Operation Recover All Loop team, which he said was established for political persecution.
As you know, the government established oral committee. For us, it looks like the committee was just set up as a political persecution mechanism. Why? I have a report in my hands, and I'll read it. The former Chief Executive Officer of Microfinance and Small Scale Center, Maslok, Sedinam Tamaklu Aduno, has been sentenced to serve 10-year prison with hard labor. The conviction stems from misappropriation of funds allocated for Maslok activities between 2013 and 2016. Over 17 million Ghana cedis, which was meant to be disbursed to victims of fire incident at Kantamanto, was misappropriated by the accused. The report that was presented to former President Mahama, and even the ones that we've seen circulating, I have not seen even a sentence or even a page talking about Sedinam Tamaklu, somebody or who misappropriated. He was a former CEO of Maslok. And for this person, the entire matter has gone through our court processes. The court made pronouncement. He's been sentenced to 10 years in prison. Yet, the oral committee whatsoever did not find it appropriate to tell Ghanaians where Sedinam Tamaklu is. Indeed, I'm even surprised that even yesterday when the Attorney General had the press conference, I was thinking, because this is a pending issue, this is some monies misappropriated, 70 million. I was thinking that the Attorney General will even mention it, that maybe they've been taking steps to make sure that Sedinam Tamaklu.
It's a wrap on today's edition of Marego News at 6. Do connect with us on all social media platforms at Marego TV. I am Sena Alomene. Enjoy your weekend.